Hello and a very good evening. You're watching Verdict 2015 on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Let's begin with this evening's Verdict headlines. Stage set for the fifth phase of polling in Bihar. Fate of 827 candidates to be decided by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Over 1.55 crore voters eligible to cast their franchise. Elaborate security arrangements in place for the final phase of polling. A total of 1,033 companies of the state police and central paramilitary forces deployed in the 14,000 odd polling stations to ensure free and fair polling. Another BJP ad in vernacular newspapers in Bihar creates controversy. Grand Alliance complains to the Election Commission over targeting of Nitish Kumar. Rival Alliance says the ad is aimed at polarizing voters. The ad has now been banned. I will now throw the focus or the spotlight on Purnia Court railway station, which is still reeling from the effects of the floods in 2008. Once bustling with activity, the place is left desolate today. Preparations are in place for the fifth phase of polling on Thursday. The Election Commission has pulled out all the stops to ensure free and fair polling in this phase. Security is at an unprecedented high so as to ensure smooth polling. Here's a preview of the final phase of polling in Bihar. After successfully holding 4 phases of assembly elections on October 12th, 16th and 28th and November 1st, the stage is set for the fifth and final round of voting for 57 seats in the Bihar Assembly polls. 1,033 companies of state police and central paramilitary forces have been deployed to ensure free and fair polls.
We are very confident that we will conduct this election as a free, fair and participatory election, and all necessary preparations have been in place, and we are very confident.
The 57 constituencies include 24 in the Simanchal region bordering West Bengal and spread over 9 districts of Madhubani, Darbhanga, Supaul, Madhepura, Saharsa, Araria, Kishanganj, Purnia and Katihar. Let's take a look now at some of the crucial numbers of the fifth phase. A total of 57 constituencies will go to polls in this phase. 827 candidates are in the fray, out of which 58 are women. A total of 14,709 polling stations will be used and 1.55 crore people are eligible to cast their vote in the fifth phase. Prominent among those whose fate will be decided in the last phase include Senior Minister Bijendra Prasad Yadav of the JDU, RJD Legislature Party Leader Siddiqui, Minister Narendra Narayan Yadav and Lalu Prasad's close aide Bhola Yadav. Except for 2 seats, polling will take place in the remaining 55 constituencies at the scheduled time of 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the 2 Naxal-hit constituencies in Saharsa district, the poll time has been cut short by 2 hours and would end at 3 p.m. The BJP has fielded a maximum of 38 candidates while LJP nominees are contesting in 11. The Rashtriya Lok Samta Party has put up candidates in 5 constituencies and Hindustani Awam Morcha in 3. JDU candidates are trying their luck in 25 seats, RJD in 20 and the Congress in 12. Like in the previous 4 phases, there is a bitter fight between the NDA and the Grand Alliance of the JDU, RJD and Congress in all 57 seats in the 5th round. This round would also be watched keenly to see if All India Majlis-e-Ittehad ul Muslimin of Asauddin Owaisi manages to successfully launch itself in Bihar. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television. Joining me for a chat this evening to talk about the 5th and final phase of polling in Bihar is political analyst Dr. Shakil from Patna in Bihar. A very good evening, Dr. Shakil, and thank you for joining me on the program. You know, 5th and final phase of elections, the multi-legged elections in Bihar will finally come to an end tomorrow at 5 p.m. What is it that we can expect from tomorrow's polling?
Tomorrow's polling is going to be the area where the Grand Alliance seems to be, due to the arithmetic of votes, seems to be in a better and a stronger position, because Grand Alliance has those eastern region of Bihar where very heavy population of Muslims and Yadavs. These 2 core constituencies of Grand Alliance fall there. there is a proverb in Bihar that Rome Pope ka Madhepura Gop ka. So, I mean, that is how we see that this time around, that this should be how far they can consolidate Grand Alliance, their position there. You will recall that during last parliamentary election in 2014, the 4 seats which the non-NDA won, all of them were from this region only, from in which this 5th phase is going to be held. So it should be advantage Grand Alliance, though the attempts are being made, unfortunately, once again, to polarize votes in the name of religion. And today there were ads once again by the BJP in local dailies of those areas, once again raising the issue of beef. And we are surprised that Election Commission, but for tomorrow possibly they will ask to withdraw the ad. And they had said that during the last time when the such ad was withdrawn, Election Commission had asked all political parties to submit the ad before it is printed in the print media. And I don't know who is looking these ads, whether they have been submitted or not, we don't have any clue so far. But these types of polarization shows that there is a great disillusionment and desperation in NDA camp, and once again they know that Muslims constituting a large part of electorates in this area, they want non-Muslim votes to polarize in the name of religion. And they, so far the feedback we have from the ground, that the backward caste amongst Hindus are siding overwhelmingly with the Grand Alliance. So this is possibly a ploy of the BJP to polarize the votes in the name of religion, and Election Commission seems to be just a toothless tiger, only issuing a delayed reaction, repyramiding one leader to another, but not doing anything. So yes, that's how we see this round.
You know, it'll all be out in the open, you know, in just a few days' time to know which way the voters, in fact, have voted in this particular election. But as far as tomorrow is concerned, do you see any kind of challenges really for the officials or security officials, or for that matter, the Election Commission, to ensure free and fair polling?
I don't think so, because many districts this round, which are going in this round, have a border with Nepal. The disturbance in Nepal recently, due to the Indian origin population, recently there was firing in one of the border town in Nepal, and one Indian youth was killed. So notwithstanding this fact, as the borders have been sealed, I don't see that there will be any major problem as far as the law and order are concerned. There are few leaders in the arena who have some criminal backgrounds, but so far we have seen in the 4 rounds of the elections that the criminals have not been able to do much, not flex their muscles on the election day.
All right, Dr. Shakir, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us on the program and putting things into perspective for us. Well, it's time for a short break now. Still to come, an ad by the BJP in vernacular dailies this morning has kicked up quite a storm in Bihar. Details on the other side. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Tales that inspire, stories of social change. A salute to diversity, promoting public discourse. Events that motivate, inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries every Friday at 10:30 p.m., Saturday 12:30 p.m. and Sunday at 1 p.m. Get live Rajya Sabha session. News, views, reports and analysis you can trust on social media. Subscribe, follow, like Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Well, ahead of the fifth phase of polling in Bihar, our correspondent Ravindra Singh Sharon caught up with Sanjay Kumar, the DIG SSB, to find out the kind of security arrangements in place so as to ensure free and fair polling. And this is what he had to tell us. Let's listen in.
We have been now joined by the DIG of Sashastra Seema Bal, Sanjay Kumar ji. Sir, which kind of special arrangement has been done this time for the fifth phase of Bihar Assembly election?
Well, this fifth phase of election is totally unique. It's a totally plain area, but we are anticipating some criminal gangs are active there. Some communal factors are also there, so we are preparing ourselves accordingly. Our 87 companies of troops are already reached there. They are doing flag march and other area dominations. We are assisting the district administration and district police. Whenever they are asking for any help, we are helping them. Besides, the Indo-Nepal border has already been sealed. Our officers are on the job. We are keeping a very close eye over the development, what is going on in Nepal border side area. And we are very hopeful, with the help of the local authorities, we will conduct a very free and fair election. And I would urge all the voters to please come forward and cast your vote.
What has happened a couple of days back in Nepal, sir, regarding this violence happened there? So the people here, the voters, need not to be afraid of that, sir?
This will not affect the voting process in the fifth phase. Absolutely, is a totally different area. And we are taking all precautionary measures. Absolutely, I can assure everybody the voting is going to be very free and fair.
So do you think fifth phase is different? The demography of fifth phase is different than the rest of the four phases which are already gone?
Yeah, certainly. It's a totally plain area. Most of the areas are very densely populated. And it is somehow some pockets are communally sensitive, and some pockets are affected with gangs, some criminal gangs. So we are keeping a very close vigil. We are assisting the district police and district authorities. Whenever they are asking for any help from our side, we are providing them. And we are ensuring that we have 2-3 plans, and we are executing over that.
Everything is under control, sir. There is
certainly. Everything is well under control, and I can assure the voting is going to be very free and fair.
Well, Rajya Sabha Television's Vishal Dahiya has been in Bihar over the last 1 month or so, bringing us all those ground reports and giving us a sense of what actually is happening on the ground. He caught up with the district magistrate as well as the SP of Purnia, and this is what they had to tell him.
We have with us the district magistrate, Mr. D. Balamurugan, as well as the superintendent of police, Mr. Nishant Tiwari. Sir, how are the preparations going? What is it that you guys are doing to ensure that it's a free and fair polling?
Today, just a day before poll, we are doing briefing for sector magistrate. We have just completed, me and SP, the briefing of sector magistrate and the sector police. Actually, they have 155 number. They are going to carry the reserve EVM, and they have known the place because they are working for last 1 month. They know they are typically going to cover 10 to 12 booths. They are going to have a very good force. They know vulnerable tollas. They know each and everything. So we have briefed them, and we are going to brief PCCP, that patrolling collection party. They are going to carry the EVM and they are going to hand over the EVM to the polling booth. We are going to do that right now. They are also 485 number. We made all arrangements. Yesterday also we are moving into the field. Today also we are going to move into the field, and everything is ready. My polling personnel or moving into the booths. Yes.
Mr. Tiwari, you're the man in charge for the security in this district. There are more than 1,800 booths. What are the security arrangements which have been put in place? How many of them are sensitive? How many of them are ultra sensitive? You could give us some information.
Well, to begin with, we have a layered security arrangements, and as per the guidelines of Election Commission of India, we will be conducting elections on more than 1,800 booths here out in Pune. And 100% booths are, let me tell you, are covered by Central Paramilitary Forces. They have been briefed, they are stationed, they are doing flag marches, night raids, everything. They are catching cash, which were there to lure voters. We have been catching a lot of illicit liquor, more than 40,000 liters, and we have fined vehicles under Motor Vehicle Act in tunes of 43 lakh crores. That is 10 times what had happened in earlier Lok Sabha elections. So we have done a record sorts of achievement thing.
Two top guns of Purnia, the people who are in charge for the election in this district, giving us details about how prepared the administration is for polling on 5th. With camera person Raj Thakur, Vishal Dahiya, Rajya Sabha TV, Purnia.
And joining me for a chat right now is our correspondent Vishal Dahiya from Bihar. Vishal, the almost month-long affair will finally come to an end after the last leg is concluded. Tomorrow, voting will start at 7 a.m. and go on till 5 p.m. in the evening. What is it that we can expect on an action-packed day tomorrow?
Well, one thing which everybody is expecting, the district administration officials, the election commission officials, as well as political parties, is that people come out in huge numbers to go ahead and cast their vote. Now, the analysts say that in this particular phase, the turnout might be more than what it has happened in the past. In the last 4 phases, and if that happens, then it would be sort of a record out here, because this is one area wherein we've moved around in 3 districts today. We were in nearby Madhepura and Saharsa as well. In the day, we spoke to the officials and election commission officials out there, district administration officials as well. We were told clearly that all steps have been put in place. The security arrangements are very much in place. But one thing on which the election commission officials have given a lot of emphasis in these areas is the voter awareness program. We saw a number of posters, banners out here. The officials also trying to educate voters to try and to come out in large numbers and cast their votes. And just a short while ago, we saw a candle march being taken out by youngsters, school kids, the young people out here in Purnia, to try and make people aware that tomorrow morning is that one big day when you have to come out, cast your vote, come what may. This is one duty which every voter has to fulfill. So in this district itself, there are more than 19 lakh voters. We will have to wait and watch till 5 p.m. tomorrow as to how many of them will actually come out and cast their vote.
Indeed, that is the big question. How many people will actually come and cast their vote tomorrow? Thank you so much, Vishal Dahiya, for joining us there with those details from Purnia and sharing us a ground report there from what's happening around you. Moving on now, of course, an advertisement by BJP on beef in newspapers in areas going to polls in the final phase created controversy in the state. The Election Commission today directed political parties not to publish ads in tomorrow's newspapers. The order came after the Grand Alliance leaders complained to the Election Commission about the advertisement, citing violation of the Election Code of Conduct. The ad asks why Nitish has not acted on repeated insults to the cow by his allies. Stop vote bank politics and explain whether you endorse these statements, the ad said, before listing 3 comments made by RJD chief Lalu Prasad and others. In each, the word beef was highlighted in red. Opposition parties complained to the Election Commission about the advertisements, demanding immediate action.
Time magazine issue should be read by all BJP leaders who want to make beef a big issue. Why don't they read the issue and how beef exports have gone up during this BJP government? The real fact remains that these are only issues that are being raked up by the BJP to communally divide society and has nothing to do with actual reality on the ground.
हम इलेक्शन कमीशन से कहेंगे कि इस पार्टी की मान्यता रद्द करने के लिए इससे पर्याप्त सबूत आपको क्या चाहिए, क्योंकि ना सिर्फ उन्होंने आपकी अवहेलना की है, ये बता दिया है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन का कोई भी निर्देश उनके लिए कोई मायने नहीं रखता है। ये एक अधिनायकवादी तेवर, एक फांसीवादी चरित्र का भी द्योतक है और ये मुल्क के प्रजातंत्र के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा है। अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन के निर्देश नहीं माने जाएंगे तो फिर प्रजातंत्र बचेगा कैसे?
बीजेपी ने चुनाव आयोग के निर्देशों का उल्लंघन करते हुए ऐसे इश्तिहार देना कायम रखा है। हमने इसका विरोध किया है। चुनाव आयोग ने कहा है कि अगर उनके निर्देशों का किसी भी तरह से अगर उसको फॉलो नहीं किया गया है तो वो एक्शन लेंगे।
Well, it's time for a short break now. Still to come, we focus on the rail woes of Purnia. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tales that inspire, stories of social change. A salute to diversity, promoting public discourse. Events that motivate, inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries every Friday at 10:30 p.m, Saturday 12:30 p.m, and Sunday at 1 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Let's bring you some poll snippets from Bihar in our segment Polpuri. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal took to microblogging site Twitter yet again to express his views on Bihar politics. Kejriwal in his tweet said that it is important that the BJP loses in Bihar. He claimed that the BJP is indulging in hate politics and it is important that they know people want peace and love in the country. Two Maoists were arrested during a joint operation conducted by the Bihar District Police and CRPF in Gaya. The Maoists were planning to attack local police stations. The arrests come a day ahead of the fifth and final phase of polling in Bihar. Ahead of the fifth phase of polling in Bihar, people from two assembly constituencies in Saharsa district are not demanding for roads or water. Their only demand is to get rid of the monkey menace troubling their areas for years now. Thousands of monkeys in the last 15 years have wreaked havoc in the villages on a daily basis by damaging crops and causing trouble for people by getting into human settlements. Moving on now, facility of clean drinking water still remains the main demand for the people living in the Seemanchal area of Bihar. Going to polls in less than 24 hours from now, the voters in Purnia will be looking to elect leaders who can provide them with clean water to drink. Here's more.
This is the Dalit colony in the heart of Purnia city. Adjacent to this colony is a water tank, but there's no water in it. The government also provided hand pumps to this colony, but it is in a state of disrepair. Even though elections are on in Bihar, people here are not hopeful of any change.
हम लोग को एक चुरुआ पानी भी नसीब नहीं हुआ। कई मरते नल से पानी इतना देने लगा, जब हम लोग जाकर बोलबो किए तो उसका कोई सुनवाई नहीं। टूट फूट भी गया, कोई देखने भी नहीं आया।
घर द्वार नहीं है किसी का, न किसी का पैखाना है, न किसी का कल है, न कुछ ऐसा अपना न पानी लगा डोडे का पीता अपना।
Whatever water is available is high on iron, and that is making people sick.
पानी में आयरन बहुत है, शुद्ध पीने का पानी भी गरीब को मयसर नहीं है। जो बड़े लोग हैं बोतल का पानी पी लेते हैं, लेकिन सबके लिए सुलभ नहीं।
Instead of addressing the basic issue of shortage of water, leaders are busy in mudslinging during these election campaigns. Water shortage has been an issue for decades here, and that is a reason that this area in the Seemanchal region is known by the name of Kala Pani. There is a large population that lives here, still awaiting clean drinking water. Shishir Chaube's report from Purnia for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Purnia division hasn't forgotten the fury of the floods that lashed it in 2008. The gushing waters of Kosi river washed away the railway link to places like Saharsa and Katihar. But so far, even after 7 years, this link hasn't been restored. I'm going to leave you with this report. See you again same time tomorrow.
The Purnia Court railway station. Once a bustling place, it feels empty now. Even the railway officials are missing. Shopkeepers find it hard to make ends meet.
2008 से ही बंद है और जो है बड़ी लाइन के पर्पज से ही इसको बंद किया गया था। बनमनखी और जंक्शन के बीच उसी 2008 से ही गाड़ी बंद हुई और हम लोग यहाँ पर, हम गेटमैन हैं, यहाँ पर थे, हम लोगों को उठा करके सहरसा भेज दिया गया नौकरी के लिए।
Railway tracks washed away by the 2008 floods are still in a state of disrepair, even though work has been going on for the last 7 years. A rail trip from Purnia to Barkhani and Saharsa that used to cost 14 rupees today costs 80, and that too at considerable risk to the passengers.
कम भाड़ा में लोग सहरसा, पटना, भागलपुर चले जाया करते थे। अभी तो सीधा 3 गुना भाड़ा लगता है इससे। अब और हरासमेंट भी ज्यादा है और गारंटेड कुछ नहीं है। असुरक्षित लोग यात्रा करते हैं।
पहले रेलवे थे तो बहुत सस्ता, हम लोग आराम से पहुंच जाते थे। अब जो बस के चक्कर में बहुत सारे एग्जाम में छूट भी जाती है, तब बहुत सारे किराया लगता है, समय पे पहुंच नहीं पाते हैं। पहले ट्रेन थी तो बहुत आराम से पहुंच जाते थे।
Political parties refuse to take responsibility for the state of affairs and instead blame each other. Purnia residents have all but given up hope of seeing any improvement.
7 साल में एक रेल की पटरी और बहुत दूरी तक नहीं भी जब मरम्मत नहीं हो सका, नहीं बिछाया जा सका, तो भगवान मालिक है इस प्रशासन का, चाहे केंद्र का रहे चाहे राज्य का रहे।
Elections are a time for promises. Purnia has seen them broken after the 2010 Assembly polls and then again after the 2014 Lok Sabha elections. They are hoping against hope now that 2015 will be different. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.